Christina Brown here with the Brown team at Sage Door Realty. Why does it take so long to get to the closing table when you are buying a house? Often when we talk to new buyers that have never done this, they really don't know how long the process takes. From the time you are under contract to closing, we typically say it takes about 30 to 45 days to close. Well, what takes so long? Well, there's a lot of these steps are actually steps to protect you and things that we build into the contract to allow time for these. Such as, very first thing, when a seller accepts your offer, it then often begins what's called an inspection period. Well, we can't schedule inspections until you have a contract. So once you have a contract and then you contact an inspector, sometimes they could be booked out for a few days. You may do a general inspection and then they might say, hey, you should have a roofer come look at it, or you should have an HVAC contractor look at it, and so forth. So then it may turn into other inspections. So your inspection period is often the first 10 days of your contract. Then we start a renegotiation period, which we call a resolution period. Period is to protect you, the buyer, and give you an opportunity to renegotiate this contract based on the findings from those inspection reports. If they say the furnace is kaput and it needs replaced, you might have to get bids and estimates, or the seller may need time to get bids and estimates. Or if the fireplace needs to be relined, you need to get bids and estimates. So there's a lot of things that just take time. So this time period alone can often take 2 weeks to get through. Then we have the appraiser go out and do their appraisal. From the time we give the lender the okay to do the appraisal, it can often take up to a week to get the appraiser to the property. Then it can often take another week to get the appraisal back. So that appraisal is to protect you, make sure you are not overpaying. It also protects the lender and makes sure that the money they're borrowing has enough collateral or value in the home should you default on that loan. Then, after we get through all that, we have to go through something called final underwriting. That is where we are working to get the lender's final pre-approval for you so that we can schedule closing. They are often asking for more documents, making sure every T is crossed, I is dotted, question is answered, and that can typically take who knows how long, depending on what they need. I would say typically anywhere from 3 days to a week. And then also going on in the background during this time is the title search. We want to make sure that the seller is giving you free and clear title, and that can often take 2 to 3 weeks to get that information back. That starts immediately upon the time you go under contract, but again, it takes time to get that information. The lender and the underwriter have to review that information, make sure everything is A-okay with the title, and then by the time we get through that and do your final walkthrough and closing, there go your 30 to 45 days. And so that is what takes so long to get to the closing table. But at least now you have an idea of what the process is. Hope that helps. Have a great day.